All right. I had to start the recording just in case somebody else comes in to the class later. They can at least see this. I have a record of it, and they can see this as well. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen with you from the beginning. Awesome. Okay. So I am Mr. Rhodes. I am your professional communications instructor. And everybody, you've all taken the course, the online orientation course, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I was pretty sure that everybody had. I was just double checking with you guys. That's new this year. We've in the past we've done an in-person orientation, and it's had mixed reviews. Sometimes people really like it, sometimes people don't like it, but we have so many people taking classes this summer that we didn't have a place to hold everybody and their families, so we decided to move it online. But the start date for this class is June 5th, so that's Monday. So Monday, you'll be able to get started with the class and go. The end date is August 4th. That's really important to know when everything has to be in. We are going to talk about our course pacing guide in a few minutes, but you really need to know your start dates, your end dates, and then your drop date. If you're going to drop, you have 4 days after the class starts. The class starts on June 5th. And then if you are in the class after June 9th, because we're not doing A term, B term, we're just one term. If you drop after June 9th, you can't get any of your money back, and it will go on to your transcript as like a fail. So just kind of be aware. Once you're in, you're in. So you got 4 days to figure out if you like it. There's a lot of stuff that kind of goes on in the summer, and I'm going to talk you through it. It may seem like you're getting a lot of information, but ultimately, I think you should be able to navigate through it pretty easily. If you want to drop the course, you cannot just email me at 11:59 on July 9th and be like, I'm dropping the course. I need my money back. Okay. There is a process that you have to go through. You have to go through this site right here. It is online. It's through the VLA, and you have to do that process. You can't just like email somebody and assume that you got your course dropped. All right. There's a very specific thing that you have to do. You have to be able to fill out all the forms and the paperwork, and then you can drop the class. So if that seems like something you may end up doing, just make sure that you know the process to do it, and you can find that on the VLA website. All right. Now, this is a slide that is required, but I put my little super fun times sticker over it because this class actually doesn't go to your GPA. In LISD, it doesn't. Sometimes we do get students from outside of LISD, and how they calculate their GPAs is up to their district, but our district does not put this toward GPA. So it's not a GPA class, but it will affect UIL eligibility. But of course, in the summertime, that's not really a thing unless you were in some kind of weird thing over the summer in which you needed to be eligible. But this is one of the required courses. This is one of the required things, but it doesn't actually apply to you guys. If you do take an online class in the fall or in the spring, or a blended class, it will go, same thing though, it goes to your GPA if it's one of your core classes or your foreign languages. And if you're failing at a 3 weeks, 9 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 9 weeks, it will affect UIL eligibility. Okay. You will not have an actual final exam in here, but this is very, very, what we're talking about is going to be very important. In my class, you have a portfolio. In Unit 1, you will set up a portfolio that is an online portfolio. How many of you have done e-portfolios at school?
I've done Google Slides. Does that count?
Huh?
I've done Google Slides. Does that count?
Right, but like, did you do like an actual LASD e-portfolio thing?
No.
Okay, good. Well, good. Here, the reason I say this is because a bunch of people every semester think that is what I'm talking about. That is not what I'm talking about. Just because we use the term portfolio does not mean that we're talking about your e-portfolio for LASD, but it is used through Google Slides. I mean, well, you can do it through Google Slides or another website, but I think Google Slides is the easiest one to use. And there's a template via Google Slides. So there is a specific template in Unit 1 that you will go into and create a portfolio. And as you go through all the different major grades, you will end up, as you go through all the different major grades, you will, you'll put those in that portfolio. Okay. And that actually will make up your final exam. Okay. You have to pass both the final exam and the class in order to pass. You have to pass the final exam to pass the class. If you fail that final exam, like if you don't turn it in, you could have a 99.9 in my class or 100 in my class, not turn in the final exam. And although it's supposed to be worth 50% of your grade, VLA rules will dictate you fail the class. Okay. So it's super important that, honestly, it's just important that you keep up with it as you go, because by the time, if you keep up with it each unit as we go along, then it'll be done when at the end, and you won't even have that much stuff, and you can be completely done with the course. I am going to suggest that we put kind of a goal to end the class before August starts. That way you don't even have to worry about August at all. If you have to, if like your schedule for camps or vacations or whatever gets super crazy and you can't end it, the end date is going to be the end date. But it would be really nice if everybody kind of got everything done by the end of July, and then you didn't have to worry about the class for the rest of the summer, right? So, and I'll try to help everybody out by doing that. And when I send you guys your course pacing guide, that's what it's going to be geared toward, is ending you that time. But the final date of the class is the final date of the class. All right. So if you feel like that there's a lot of stuff coming at you, feel like you got a lot of stuff going on, don't worry. This it will start to get easier. Okay. I will be sending you a bunch of stuff on your course pacing guide, your syllabus, all of that kind of stuff. I'll be sending that to you over the next couple of days. I know that a lot of you haven't taken your finals yet. You got finals going on. You got a million things happening. Summer's starting, and now you're just getting into this. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Okay. I don't want you to feel like that this is just going to be too much for you and quit on it, because we've got to get all this stuff in at the beginning, but then you will kind of have your own little pace to work with. Just kind of go with the flow with me. All right. And we will. Oh, I borrowed this from another teacher and I forgot to substitute English class for Proff Comm right here. But you will be able to make it, and it won't be so overwhelming, but you just got to kind of trust the system. All right. So, if you start to feel overwhelmed, if you start to feel like stuff is piling up, obviously contact me. Like, let me know. If you email me, I usually get back to email pretty quick. I have it on my phone. You can also, I use Remind 101. And now is a good time, if you've got your phone around, to text at VLA Procom to 81010. And that will sign you up for my Remind 101. You can direct message me on Remind 101, and I can direct message you back. And that way it's just like, if you have like a quick question that you need me to answer, then you can text me or whatever. And I usually can get back to that pretty fast. But I will also kind of keep everybody up to date on reminders of what we're doing and how we're going to, what projects are coming up and things like that, and when things are going to be due. I like to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Okay. So if you will sign up for Remind 101, that would be awesome.
All right, I just signed in.
Everybody sign in? Everybody signed up for it?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. Okay. Is there any questions right now that you have that you want me to stop? We're not, we're not going terribly long on this thing. I just want to be able to kind of, if you've got questions, I want you to be able to ask them and answer, and I want to answer them. Sweet. Okay. All right. As far as I go, I'm the dude in the green. Well, there's a lot of people in green. I'm the older guy in the green. This is my family. I've been teaching for 14 years. I've been teaching online classes for 6 years. I teach at Flower Mound High School, and I have taught here for the last 13 of my 14 years. This is my wife, my 2 kids. Over the summer, we are super busy, just like you guys are, right? Like, I totally get how summer works, how summer is. We go on vacations. We do, a bunch of different stuff. We have hobbies. We have camps. We have all of these things. So when you're working through your classes, I'm grading stuff through your class, like in the classes. I just know that I have to take stuff with me, right? Like, I will go on vacation. I'll take my iPad. I'll take my computer, and each night, 30 minutes, I'll sit down somewhere. I'll find Wi-Fi. I'll knock something out, or I'll get to something. Like, I'll check in on certain things. And most of the time, I can get back to you with absolutely, really quickly with all your answers and stuff like that. I understand sometimes it happens. Sometimes you can or can't get to certain stuff, but just be very proactive on, what you're doing this summer, right? Whether you have a job, whether you have vacations planned, whether you have camps that you're going to, what your situation is, right? Work ahead. Be proactive about it as opposed to reactive about it. Like, if you're going to go to some church camp that says no phones, no internet, no anything like that this summer, and you're going to be gone for a week, then try and get all of that week's stuff done the week before so it's no big deal. Okay? That's just kind of my overall suggestion as far as online goes. A lot of online stuff is reading it yourself, going through the modules, making sure that you check all the boxes and you do all the assignments and things like that. They are not difficult. Like, I've never met anyone that just can't wrap their heads around these assignments. Okay. This is not a difficult class content wise at all. It just takes the effort to do it. Right. And so it's important. And I hope that you will learn stuff from it. I hope that you will get interesting things out of it, but it's not going to be something that is just going to blow you away and be like, oh my gosh, I can't catch this. I don't know how to do this. Right. It's going to be, the content is easy. The diligence, the soft skills, the pre-planning, those kind of things, that's what takes a little bit of effort and work. All right. When we're done with this, I'll send out my syllabus. I'll send out my pacing guide. You should get those in the next couple of days. Okay. Read through those. Email me with any of your questions. I have to manually enroll you in the courses. So I have gotten notifications for your, for you completing the student orientation course. So I can go ahead and enroll you. But if somebody is watching this recording and has not done that, then I can't enroll you until you are able to take that course. Monday, the first day of summer, that will be the day that this class starts. So Thursday, I think it's actually June 5th though, right? Because Thursday's the 1st, Friday's the 2nd, Saturday's the 3rd, Sunday's the 4th. Yeah, so this should say Monday, June 5th, not 6th. Anyway, it'll be Monday, June 5th, and it'll start, and that's when the pacing guide will also start. I'll send you probably a link to how to read the pacing guide as well. And I'll put like a little video on there, but it just shows you when everything is due and kind of what the modules are. Okay. All right. There's going to be a difference between soft deadlines and hard deadlines. What I try to do on my pacing guide is say, this is the best way to do something every day to finish this class. Soft deadlines are deadlines that it might say, read a chapter. It might say, turn in this daily work. It might say, turn in, these daily assignments or this one thing. There will be hard deadlines of a unit. So each module, each unit will have a hard and fast deadline that cannot be missed, right? But the daily assignments are considered soft deadlines. So if we do unit 1 in week 1 or unit 1 and 2 for the first week and a half of class, on the due date, unit 1 and 2 will be due, and anything not done will be subject to late work and penalties. But I'll have on the pacing guide, I'll have like, do these 2 assignments on Monday, these 2 assignments on Tuesday, these 2 assignments on Wednesday, these 2 assignments on Thursday, right? Like, there will be daily stuff for you to do. They are not all due until the hard deadline. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want you to think, oh no, I didn't do this work for today, for this one day, and now I'm getting a late grade. But if you miss the hard deadline, then you will get a late grade. So, and I'll explain that when I show you the actual course pacing guide in the video that I do for the self-pacing guide. Okay. But if you don't stay on top of things, it can really build up, and you don't want to wait till the night that the unit is due and try and get everything done, because it's not going to happen in a manner that you want it to, and you won't make the grades that you want to. Okay. Like I said, it's not tough. It's just kind of pushing through. Now, if you want to work ahead, you are more than welcome to work ahead in this class. I probably won't grade things until the deadline is due, because I tend to batch things up and grade them. And it's easier for me to grade them in batches. And so if you worked ahead 3 units, I'm not going to grade ahead 3 units until we get to those units. Okay. But it's okay to do that if you want to. All right. Do you have any questions? Is there any issues, anything that you're confused about, or something I could help you with? Nothing?
Nope.
Awesome. All right. If somebody is watching this recording, they will have to answer these questions on this. I would pause the recording, answer these questions, and send them to me in an email. For Carly, Diego, and Manjari, you guys do not have to do this because you are here live with me. You have the opportunity to ask me questions and all of that kind of stuff. So y'all don't have to do this last part. Only the people that might have to watch this later have to do this. But I will try to send out those pacing guides and that syllabus in the next couple of days. If you have questions, if you think about something later on, email me. I'll get back to you. You can send me a Remind 101 message or whatever. Hopefully everybody will have a good summer. Is anybody in summer band?
No.
No? Okay. In previous years, I've had people in summer band. That gets crazy in August. So my suggestion to them is always be done before summer band starts. Anybody in here have a job that works interesting hours over the summer?
No.
Okay, cool. I just want to double check to make sure to see what I might be dealing with. All right. So I will send that stuff out to you. Thank you guys for coming. I'll stick around if anybody wants to ask me questions, and if not, you are free to go. You can log out and you're good to go.
Okay.
I do have one more question.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
I do have one question, though.
Yeah.
You don't happen to have anything happening at wait, I'll be right back. I gotta check something. You don't happen to have anything at 7 or 8 a.m., do you?
What do you mean? Like that has to take place by 7 or 8 a.m.?
Yeah, because every day or about every day I've got swim practice.
No. All of my stuff will have hard deadlines of like 11:59 on a certain night. So there is nothing that you have to be in at a specific time of the day. When we set up these virtual meetings, I'll pick a time that everybody can get to. Okay. I'll never, and trust me, in the summertime, I'm not picking anything at 7 or 8 a.m. I'm sleeping too. Like, I'm sleeping in. Teachers also like to sleep in. But yeah, if you're doing swim, you're good. You won't ever have a conflict on that. It'd be like if you had a conflict for a week or 2 weeks, right? Like, if you're going on a 2-week European vacation, that's something you should kind of like let me know about, because that might be a spotty place to be able to get certain internet, right? So getting a plan to work ahead through that is something that we need to work together, right? But just swim practice for a few hours every day, it shouldn't ever interfere with that.
Yeah, about that European trip, you got 2 of 3 of those things right. I'm actually going to Hawaii
Okay.
27th all the way to July 13th, I think.
From June 7th?
No, 27th.
Oh, June 27th? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So just make sure that when I send you my course pacing guide, you kind of check the dates of the unit that's due, and then you and I should probably sit down or have a conversation about a plan to attack what is going to be due during those dates, and what you like, how you can best do that. If you think that it will be an easy thing to do while you're on vacation, but again, like while you're in Hawaii, you probably don't want to be worrying about Prof Comm, right? Like if I was in Hawaii, I would want to not have to worry about it either. So like, let's try and get you in a situation where you don't even have to mess with it during the time that you're there.
Okay.
Okay. Does that sound like a plan?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll sit down and I haven't finalized the thing is I haven't finalized my I have not finalized my sorry. I have not finalized my my pacing guide. So as soon as I do that and get it to you, we can have the discussion about what you're going to do while you're in Hawaii, and hopefully we can get it to where you don't have to mess with the class while you're there.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. I'll see you whenever we.
Right. Yeah. Well, when we meet up online. All right. Have a good one.
You too.